Welcome back to Shootin the Breeze is Irish Wrestling Podcast. I am, of course, Buster Mac. With me, my partner in crime, as always,
the Jelly Eater, Jason Kiley. Oh yeah, gimmick change.
That sounds like a very 90s gimmick.
Look, it worked once upon a time.
You'd have had a great feud with Bastian Booger.
If we could call him Pastille Booger, like fruit pastille. Then we have a sweets war, like Pepsi Max against Coke Zero.
Coke Zero, yeah. Where I took the fizz from your pop.
Whoa.
At Soda Slam.
Take it easy. It's PG. It's a PG show.
We said we were going to do an AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens. How I would have booked it, because Jay has decided to take on another story instead.
Secret.
So we're starting at the 4th of July SmackDown, and we're going straight through to SummerSlam pay-per-view, which is actually coming up in a couple of weeks. But on the 4th of July SmackDown, AJ Styles will win the Battle Royale as it was already booked. That way we're going to keep that. I like the way that worked out. But after the match, AJ gets on the mic and says that the face that runs the place wants to call out the new face of America. Ever since you arrived here, Kevin Owens, you think you have been entitled to something. That title doesn't make you. You make the title. And at Battleground, the face that runs the place will become the face that runs America.
So is AJ Styles looking to run for president?
He's going to make America great again.
It's working out so well now at the minute.
Owens' music hits. AJ is ready for a fight, but Kevin Owens sneaks in, attacks from behind, and tries for the pop-up powerbomb, but AJ reverses it, and it's all AJ as he tries for the Styles Clash, but KO escapes as both men stare down one another to close out the 4th of July SmackDown. Running down, then we're going to just skip straight through. We're just going week by week, lads. Here we go. Alright. Kevin Owens opens the show. The suit and tie, as always. The casual Kevin Owens, a thing of the past. AJ thinks I'm entitled, but I'm not entitled to anything. I worked my ass off to get to where I am, and I'm not going to let someone like you take away all my hard work. You're just like these Texans, always thinking they are better than everyone else, GP. Without ever really proving it. Phenomenal one. Please, you were just another washed up guy who tried to cross the line and can't cut it on my level.
Ooh. TNA reference.
TNA reference.
What's TNA?
AJ's music hits and he walks out to the ramp, unlike Kevin O, who sneaked into the ring the week before. I may have crossed the line, Kevin, but I have always stayed phenomenal no matter where I've been, and I will take that title from you at Battleground, because I will be the face that runs America. And I
turned into a dictator.
And I will be better than your level, because if it ain't phenomenal, then they don't want none.
Starting to code his theme song and everything. It's getting super serial.
Backstage, Daniel Bryan has decided to keep another two guys out of each other's way as well during their heated storyline. So it ends up being John Cena versus Kevin Owens and AJ Styles versus Rusev. KO interferes in AJ Styles' match though, and Rusev comes out on top.
Ooh. Rusev is the new #1 contender for Dictator. That's his character anyway. They're all dictators on SmackDown.
July 18th, SmackDown Live, emanating live from Birmingham, Alabama, 5 days before Battleground. Shane McMahon opens the show to announce that in 5 days at Battleground in Philadelphia.
Oh, emphasis.
AJ Styles will face the United States champion Kevin Owens in a steel cage match. because after a close call earlier in the week at a house show, this stipulation has been added to make sure that the match is fair, and the only way one of these men can win is by climbing the steel cage and getting your 2 feet to touch the ground.
So if you walk on your hands, that's no good.
No, you can't do a Kofi Kingston on it. Renee Young backstage with an irate Kevin Owens. AJ Styles has whinged to Shane and Daniel, and now I have to defend my title in that monster of a steel cage, all because AJ is not on my level. He don't want none of me, and at Battleground I'll take his spirit and his nickname, because I am the phenomenal Kevin Owens, the new face of America.
And then you have a promo written here in French that Kevin Owens talks about. So,
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
Whoa.
Another backstage segment later on in the night. AJ is backstage with Renee Young, but before AJ can even open his mouth, Kevin Owens attacks AJ, leaves him laid out as Shane McMahon comes in to break it up and tells Kevin Owens to leave the building and not to show up again until Battleground. I'll show up, but will AJ, says Owens, laughing as he walks out of the arena. So that's the go-home show for Battleground.
Starting to hate up here now, boy.
The US title defended in a steel cage match tonight at Battleground. AJ Styles versus the champ Kevin Owens. A heated back and forth rivalry over the last few weeks has led to these two men meeting inside the confines of a steel cage. After coming out on top during the Independence Day Battle Royale, AJ Styles went on to face Kevin Owens at a live event 2 weeks ago. But Kevin Owens blindsided AJ Styles after he distracted the ref and barely escaped with his title. Will Kevin Owens be victorious, or will AJ continue to be phenomenal and become the new United States champion? After it being attacked earlier this past week on SmackDown, AJ clearly walks into this match with a big disadvantage and a target on him, thanks to Kevin Owens. Both men size each other up. AJ with a visible limp, clearly his legs not 100% after Kevin Owens' attack on SmackDown. This won't help when he needs to climb that cage. These two men battle back and forth, having taken each other to the limit. Kevin Owens using the cage, but so has AJ, and has just busted Kevin Owens open after the last shot against the cage. AJ hits the Styles Clash and goes to climb the cage. He's halfway up when Kevin Owens starts to stir. KO starts to climb as well. He doesn't seem to want to stop AJ, but there is no way he can beat him to the bottom. Then, all of a sudden, two masked men come running down the aisle and climb the cage to stop AJ from reaching the bottom. KO starts laughing as he jumps down to retain the United States Championship as Kevin Owens and the two men run to the back. AJ is furious at ringside, kicking and screaming at the ref, and flips the steps at ringside as the ref calls for backup to try and calm AJ down. Ends.
Who are the men? Spoiler alert. No, don't tell me.
Betting man, who would you put your betting money on it to be the masked men helping out KO?
Seeing as how they're booking all the heels. 2 foreigners. Then they're going to be a We Hate America group. Rusev. Somebody else who's a foreign heel. The Great Khali. And they're going to be...
I haven't described how they looked either, so it's what built they are. So
World against America.
Clearly is up to you.
Their group.
The fallout from Battleground, SmackDown, July 25th from Richmond. Kevin Owens walks out with a big smile on his face as he enters the arena on his own. The two men who helped him retain this past Sunday night nowhere to be seen. I told all of you that AJ wasn't on my level. I'm the phenomenal one now. No one can stop me. Break the walls down. The GOAT has returned, baby. Kevin. Your ego has gotten the better of you. You're not phenomenal. You're not me. The best in the world at what I do. You are nothing. Just then, from the side of the stage, it is Gore! Rhino takes out Y2J. Kevin Owens makes his way down the aisle to get a piece of Jericho. Man, clearly mocking him, telling him this time he is going to make sure he will not return. Kevin Owens is about to powerbomb Jericho when AJ makes the save. And both AJ and Chris take care of the heels as Kevin Owens and Rhino retreat.
Rhino?
Backstage, Shane McMahon is with AJ and Y2J. I'm sick of Kevin Owens running roughshod around here the last few weeks. Tonight, Kevin Owens and Rhino will take on the returning tag team of Y2AJ.
Oh, it went so well the first time. Nothing went wrong.
Kevin Owens nearly gets the win again against AJ thanks to the help of the Masked Men. They're back again. They're back again. But AJ and Jericho are able to fend them off. Jericho hits the code breaker on Rhino. AJ gets to hit the phenomenal forearm on KO and gets the pin. The Masked Men try to pull Rhino and KO out of the ring when AJ and Y2J pull the Masked Men into the ring. Another phenomenal forearm and a code breaker again sends the two men out of the ring. But as they do, the faces are able to take the masks from the two masked men. JBL on commentary. It's the damn scum of the earth, Steve Corino and Jimmy Jacobs. They've helped KO Kevin Owens out many times throughout his career. I should have known these two were involved. All four men stare down Y2AJ as they celebrate in the ring to close out the show.
Woo! Twist.
Ring of Honor called back there to a stable called Scum. All four men were in that little stable in Ring of Honor.
Is that what they're calling them now? Something like that sounds like that, but it's not.
I couldn't.
I don't want to pay.
I know. I was going to call. I was thinking of calling them Chaos or something.
It's the Skirm.
But then I said, let's just call them the KO gang.
KO gang.
Yeah. Kevin Owens' gang. SmackDown 1st of August, Cleveland, Ohio. After Y2AJ made their return last week, so did a few familiar faces from Kevin Owens' past. AJ finally got the better of KO last week, but how will he fare at SummerSlam? Both Shane and Daniel Bryan are in the ring to open the show. Shane, last week things broke down here and I don't want SmackDown to be all out war and a free for all. This is the land of opportunity after all.
Yeah, it sure is. We've heard that before.
That's why Kevin Owens has been sent home tonight. And Steve Corino and Jimmy Jacobs want to get interfere in SmackDown business, then they will become part of SmackDown business. Later tonight, both men will take on Sami Zayn and Ty Dillinger in a tag match. And as for Rhino, well, he will go one-on-one with AJ Styles in our main event tonight. That's not all, Shane, says Daniel Bryan. After what happened last week and at Battleground, I have decided that if anyone gets involved in the Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles match at SummerSlam, Kevin Owens will be stripped of his title and lose his rematch clause. AJ goes on to beat Rhino later on in the main event, along with Sami and Ty Dillinger also coming out victorious against Jimmy Jacobs and Steve Corino, as the two boys clearly not wanting to wrestle take the count out against.
Can Steve Corino still wrestle? Yeah.
He was wrestling for a little bit in Ring of Honor before he left to come to WWE. No, I'm looking at Steve Corino and Jimmy Jacobs being the equivalent to Jamie Noble and Joey Mercury for Seth Rollins. They're just there for when he needs help. SmackDown Live, the 8th of August. This is live from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Tonight, live from Canada, we will have AJ Styles meet with Kevin Owens in the ring as Edge makes his return to the blue brand. SmackDown Live in a special episode of The Cutting Edge.
Oh, screwed Matt.
This is... no, he screwed Lita.
Yeah. Which in turn screwed Matt.
This is just... would never happen, this little extract here, but this is what I'm going with because I'm peed off right now. This isn't season 2, but this is The Cutting Edge, and this show still totally reeks of awesomeness.
Ooh.
My next two guests totally reek of awesomeness too. AJ Styles and Kevin Owens make their way to the ring, separately obviously. Not together, hand in hand. Ooh. Both men stare each other down as chants divide this packed Air Canada arena. I remember when you became number one contender, you said something that stuck with me. You said that the title doesn't make the man makes the title. And you were right, because ever since I became US champion, I have made this title relevant once again. Something that Cena done, but because I'm doing it, I am being vilified for it. And you, AJ, you think that you were better than me? You think you can take what I worked my ass off for, all because you are phenomenal, insert air quotes. Well, I'm Kevin Owens, I'm the prize fighter, and at SummerSlam I'm gonna fight and make sure that I keep my prize and send you packing. Hold up, Kevin. I have proved myself everywhere I've been, and this place is no different. I have proved that you can't beat me without cheating or getting help. I've stayed true no matter what, and at SummerSlam you will have no one to help you out, and I will prove that I'm still phenomenal and finally do what I said I would and become the face that runs America. Edge stands in between both men to keep things calm, but it doesn't help. Kevin Owens hits AJ Styles square in the head with the microphone.
Square in the head, kid.
Cheap shot.
He laid him out.
Cheap shot, as usual, from Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens on the attack, but AJ turns it around with a Pele kick, and just as AJ starts to get the better of KO, the rest of the KO gang comes down to pull him from the ring and save Kevin from embarrassment. SmackDown, 15th of August, Providence, Rhode Island. AJ and John Cena versus Kevin Owens and Rhino was announced on WWE's Snapchat earlier tonight.
I don't follow them on Snapchat.
Oh,
I see enough of the
that's true.
beep words.
AJ and John come out on top after caught trying to interfere in the match again. Steve Corino and Jimmy Jacobs are banned from ringside. John Cena gets gored straight out of the ring, and AJ hits the Styles Clash on Rhino, and then it followed up by the phenomenal forearm to pick up the win.
I will say, Rhino's getting a whole lot of work, isn't he? He went from being on Raw with Heath Slater to all of a sudden having a big program with like upper mid card. Well, that's where they're supposed to be. They should be main event, but
Look,
we have a very worthy champion in Jinder Mahal.
roll the dice and this is what you get. Kevin Owens seems furious with Rhino for losing the match. He pushes Rhino and Rhino doesn't look happy, but before he can do anything, John Cena's back in the ring to celebrate with AJ Styles, and the heels turn their attention and their anger towards them. They're made to look like fools after they're sent flying out of the ring.
They're made to look like fools.
AJ is on the mic. Owens, make the most of being champ, because in 5 days I'm taking what should have been mine long ago. I made SmackDown great, and I'm going to bring the US Championship back to its former glory. Live from the Barclays Center, it's the 20th of August. It is SummerSlam.
WWE hired Michael Buffer over the weekend, apparently.
Backstage with Renee Young, she is talking with AJ Styles before his match. Tonight is my night. Finally a fair one-on-one with Kevin Owens. Let's see how much of a prize fighter he is without anyone helping him out. Kevin Owens later on in the night with Renee Young in a backstage segment. AJ thinks because he was phenomenal before WWE that it matters now. Now that he's here, no one, especially me, cares about what he'd done before WWE, because lately all he has done is lost to me. And after tonight, it's going to be the same old story, because I'm the United States champion and I'm the face of America. AJ Styles and Kevin Owens face off in what has to be a definite match of the year contender. KO proving that he doesn't need anybody's help to win, while AJ is just pulling out everything out of the bag to finally put Kevin Owens away. AJ is outside of the ring up against the barricade when Kevin Owens hits a cannonball. AJ sends KO into the steps later on in the night as well during this match. Oh no, here comes the KO gang.
The aptly named KO gang and their meddling dog.
But they just stand at the top of the ramp. Kevin Owens is roaring at them to leave, but they just stand at the top staring down, making sure that Kevin Owens becomes victorious. But AJ hits a moonsault from the top rope and connects with Kevin Owens. That is a hat tip to Mr. Christopher Daniels, because he hits the BME. It's not any moonsault. He hits the best moonsault ever on Kevin Owens. And then after the moonsault, Kevin Owens goes back onto the apron, lines up for the phenomenal forearm, connects, and he covers with the 1, 2, 3. Ding, 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 ding. It's all over.
New champ.
We have a new champion at SummerSlam. Finally, after a long, drawn-out battle. And it looked like AJ was never going to come out on top, especially with the numbers game against him. AJ can finally say that he is the face that runs the place. And he is now the face that runs America. Kevin Owens lying flat out in the ring as AJ celebrates as the new United States champion.
Good stuff. You know what the very important thing in that was? The title didn't change hands like 4 times in the space of 3 months. Important.
Very important. I feel that they constantly change titles, and don't get me wrong, it was good to have AJ win the title at Madison Square Garden. It was a surprise. That's what made it good. It was more that it was a surprise.
Was it a batch that they dropped it back though, or did they just make that decision?
No one still knows that. Was it botched or was it meant to be? But
obviously the one just on SmackDown, you know,
rectified.
It was clearly supposed to be.
It rectified what went wrong at Battleground. Yeah. So obviously Battleground was something that went wrong.
I don't know, because they missed the ref bump in this as well.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah. That was
like
awful.
KO went to punch him, and like Mike Chioda was about 2 feet away from him, and he completely missed him, and then just kind of, and Mike Chioda just went, "Oh, fuck it," like
yeah, just fell down.
And it was like, "Oh my eye!" But then KO referenced it backstage. He was like, "I need a referee that's not going to go down at the slightest gust of wind." I was like, yeah.
Well, all WWE officials go down at the slightest
art form.
gust
No one could do
wind.
it like Earl Hebner.
No
one could,
no.
Because you'd literally, he's I don't know, he's like flicked him in the head, and Earl Hebner is dead for about an hour and a half.
But that's how I would have booked it if I was a booker. I think it turned out well. Look, anybody watching this video, comment down below if you think it's good, if you think it's bad, indifferent,
feedback.
Whatever. We want feedback. We want to know, are we Vince Russo, power gone to our head? Are we good Vince Russo, where we're doing things right in the middle of the Attitude Era?
I'll put anything on a poll, if that helps. I'll put anything on a poll, like, I don't know, something on a poll match. Comment that down below.
Or are we clearly current Road Dogg SmackDown booker?
He's the second best booker, let's just say that.
Are you saying I'm better than Road Dogg at booking SmackDown?
Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We'll see. Next thing you're gonna see Rhino coming back now and on SmackDown, and
I'm gonna put this into a registered post, send it to for the attention of Vince McMahon, and be like, this is how you should have done it. This has been us booking things how we do it. Jay's got something very special in the works coming up very, very soon. As I said, lads, comment on the video. Let us know. We want feedback. We need to know, are we doing things right? Are we doing things bad? Are we doing things good? This has been Buster Mac. He's been Too Sweet, Jason Kiley. And this has been Shootin' the Breeze on IWP's YouTube page. Good luck.